Rhonda here. I'm right outside where I have done tons of demonstration dinners. This is what I call the girlfriend's fort. And this is where I've had dinner after dinner talking about, just different things about connecting food and what food can do for you. And also just about lifestyle changes too. So this is a great place to start off this video today. This week, I wanted to catch up with you because I have a group going through the detox and it brought up some really interesting things about food. So I wanted to talk about that today. Also, I had some great coaching from my coach, Alicia Dunhams, and she brought up some wonderful points, and there's 4 that I want to talk about, but today I'm going to talk about one of them just to kind of really streamline it and wrap it in with the food. So this week, with the detox happening, I have a big group that's going through, and what happens is we just got done with the holidays, and we are right into January 2015, ready to make all those big statements of what we're going to do. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is, but we always want to feel like we're moving forward and always feel like there's some kind of a reset, a refresh. After all the holidays and the eating and really going into the cleanse, it's really intense. I've had people that are calling me and crying, having migraines, feeling more emotional. And the thing that I was really thinking about is how we will bring our emotions into our food. And if you ever thought about this, how you may be drinking a lot of caffeine to keep you up and keep you going, or you're eating a cookie a day because that just fills your stomach and makes you feel good, maybe reminds you of something when you were a kid, or salty chips, whatever your thing is that we're so used to when we're feeling like we're like high anxiety and things are going on that we want to just stuff it in our face and we don't really think about it. With the detox, you have to really clear that out because then you start looking at food in a real, more natural way of helping you think about, how nutritional is this that I'm putting in my mouth? Is this really the best that I can do for myself, or can I find better vegetables that I'm ready to eat that will really help my detox happen even quicker? But what also happens is there's an emotional shift, because each time you're emotional and you want to grab something and put it in your mouth, you realize, well, it's not like what I'm expecting, because I want to put that cookie in my mouth or, have caffeine all day. I just had a client this week say how she drinks caffeine all day to keep herself going. And so when you start looking at your plate, the coaching tip I want to give you is to make sure that you have at least 2 vegetables on your plate with different colors to really help cleanse that system. And it doesn't matter if you're in the cleanse or if you're having your day-to-day life. But every meal that you have, when you start doing that, you'll notice that you're not going to be feeling as tired, as emotional, and you're not going to feel that you have that 3 p.m. slump. That afternoon where you're not feeling good at all. So really step into it and have that feeling like you're taking charge of your day, because then it'll move you forward, just that next step. Instead of being passive aggressive about your life, be more where you're stepping forward and you're saying, who cares what happens? I need to really be myself, and I really need to be gentle and loving with everybody too, but I need to make sure that I really am authentic with myself. And there's some connection with food and emotions with that, so I want you to step into that this week. Also, with calming the stress, and the best way to do that is this one tip that I got from Alicia Dunhams. She was talking about our to-do list and really looking at it as our to-get-to list. So your to-do list being a get-to list, but do it in a nice structure. So instead of putting it on this piece of paper or a list going, just splat on there that this is what I have to do, and the list gets like forever long, and you just start putting things on there that maybe it's important to you, maybe it's not. You start looking at the stuff that you really want to do, and you start putting structure to it to, like how long do you think that's going to take? Or another way to look at it is, what days do I have available to do something like that? You start becoming more realistic about what's on your to-do list. It becomes a little bit more narrow, because you start getting more realistic. And then you also realize that if I have something on my to-do list and it's not real high priority, it's on there, it makes my list big, but I can really put a date on it. Now, maybe next Saturday I'll do that instead of just fast going through everything and trying to get everything done, all at once and being realistic. So instead of making your to-do list feel like a to-do list, it's a get-to list and having structure to it. So, hey, this is Rhonda, really talking about the detox, talking about the foods. When you really look at it, really looking to make sure that it feels like it's highly nutritional, that you're eating, making sure that you have different colors on your plate of vegetables, and also keeping your stress down by watching that to-do list and thinking of it as a to-get-to list. Hey, you have a fit day, and I will catch up with you soon.